What surprised me was that the finance minister has assumed a revenue increase of almost 19%. On the one hand, we are saying that, the GDP will grow by 7%. And we're also saying that the inflation, for whatever reason, will moderate to, let's say, less than 6%, which means, the optimistic scenario, you can assume probably a growth of 13 to 14%, whereas he's assuming 19%, which means, perhaps he's trying to bring a very large number of people who are not under the tax net, which of course he outlined a little bit, but one is not too sure how is it going to really happen. The second surprising element was, while the oil subsidy was almost 63,000 crores fuel subsidy. Under the current pricing scenario, where the oil is already gone up from average of $115 to $123, he is saying that the fuel subsidy will be only 43,580 crores, while his speech was by and large only talking about, reduction in subsidy, effective means of addressing the subsidy by cash payments, and there was no mention as to how is he going to reduce the fuel subsidy. So these two factors combined, in our opinion, perhaps would further enhance the fiscal deficit unless there are some other means which we are not aware of in the budget. Even with this, he has assumed a very, very high gross market borrowing of 5,69,000 crore, which I think would definitely put pressure again on the private investment, because I think it's slightly even higher than what he has borrowed this year, and therefore that's another cause of worry as far as the overall scenario is concerned. Having said this, of course, there are definitely positives, as he's trying to definitely use the PAN as a common measure both for direct and indirect tax to ensure there is enhancement in the revenue. He's also trying to bring in certain tax measures which were not hitherto there. For example, trying to tax the gold transactions which are in excess of 22 lakhs, are trying to tax the entire unexplained receipts 30%. These are all perhaps some measures which would definitely enhance the revenue. To what extent, we have to wait and watch. To coming back to our own very specific sector as far as agriculture is concerned, definitely there are positives. He has projected a growth of almost 18% to the order of 5,75,000 crore as compared to the previous year, which I would say is definitely a good measure. He's also for the first time talking about a state-run irrigation company. We don't know the details. I think that definitely should help, because water being a big shortage commodity. Hopefully, I don't know what this company is proposing to do, but definitely I think it should help. He's also talking about the continuation of the crop loan at 7% to the subvention of 3%. We wish this is also extended to capital equipments, including tractor, which we have not so far seen it. He's also talking about additional 15 million capacity as far as storage is concerned by involving the private companies, which I think is a good move. So these measures, in our opinion, should help to some extent the agricultural growth. But what is again missing, which I think was reported in the papers 2 days back, and we thought there will be some measure announcement, there will be some announcement in this, is the public-private partnership, meaning that farm to fork, how do we connect the farmer to the end customer, because that is where the farmers are really suffering. These are the few points which I just thought I'll touch upon as far as agriculture is concerned.